Welcome back to the Black Girl Stuff. Now, reality TV is a lot of our guilty pleasure, and basketball wives are at the top of their game. Here at the BGS house, we have Jennifer Williams and Megan James. Welcome, ladies.
Hi. Thanks for having us.
Y'all look so beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes, I want to jump right in with you guys because you're familiar faces to the franchise. I know things are new this time around. How does it feel to be back for both of you, but Jennifer specifically, why come back?
It's always fun to be around the ladies, but there's always drama.
Yes.
Right? And I'm kind of used to the drama. It can be a little draining, but overall, I think we always make a great show.
Absolutely. And that's what keeps you coming back.
Yeah, it's kind of a guilty pleasure myself.
What about you, Megan?
It's been about 8 years for me since I've been with the franchise, and I just came back to redeem myself. I just wanted the fans to see my growth from Basketball Wives Season 4 to this new season of Basketball Wives Orlando.
Yeah, for sure. Can you talk a little bit about that? Like even the growth that you've seen in yourself from when you first came on the show and now to having been established yourself?
Sure. Well, I first started off on Bad Girls Club. I was fresh out of Bad Girls Club onto Basketball Wives Orlando. A lot of the ladies were a bit older than I was. So there was kind of a struggle to connect with them because they have been through different walks of life that I hadn't been through yet. And it was just a struggle.
Yeah.
So this time around, I'm the OG on the show, but everyone is around the same age range, early 20s to mid 30s. And it's easier to, I guess, like, fit in together as a group because we have a lot of more things in common than I did with the ladies in LA.
Not only have you ladies done your own evolution, but even your EP, your executive producer, Shaunie O'Neill, now Henderson, has went from a basketball wife to a pastor's wife. So do you feel like the overall energy of the show has changed now that she's a first lady?
Definitely not. I had an opportunity to go to her church in Houston, experience her as a first lady, which was kind of weird for me to see because I'm like, girl, I know you like from being in the club, but
Right.
but no, she definitely keeps the essence of herself, which is something that her husband talks about as well. He just allows her to be who she is, and I think she really incorporates that. And she comes on the show, and she's still herself. So it's a beautiful thing to see. She's still Shaunie.
She's so Shaunie. And the show is still very much the same old basketball wives.
Yes.
I want to talk about what something Jennifer said is when you're a newcomer, you can be intimidated coming into this environment of women. Brittany Renner said that most of the cast members she experienced on the show are a bunch of Regina Georges. Drea was on the record saying that she had to go to therapy after her time on the show because of the bullying. For all of those people that say, you know, the cast is just full of bullies, what's your guys' response to that?
Well, I'm going to speak on that because Brittany is on the show with me this season. And I will say, I didn't film a lot with Brittany. I saw her mainly at like all cast shoots. But I think everybody was very welcoming to Brittany. Even myself, I kind of was like, Brittany. But when I had a chance to talk to her and really experience her, I was like, oh, okay, maybe she's like misguided, misunderstood. And I don't know. And then I'm hearing her do these interviews and I'm like, girl, we all like welcomed you with open arms.
Right.
So for me, I was just like, oh, well, damn, that's a slap in the face because nobody was mean to her at all.
Yeah, yeah.
You would say that too?
I honestly can see where Brittany's coming from because I was Brittany at one point. I can see the OGs feeling like they're being welcoming, but we're not receiving it in that way. And it could be because of intimidation, because we look at you guys, y'all got the cars, the money, the clothes, and then you guys are used to this. Like, it was my first season doing Basketball Wives and compared to other people's third, fourth, fifth season. So it's like, we don't know what we're doing, and although you may feel that you're being welcoming, we may feel like intimidated, and we may not receive it as being welcoming. But people were definitely mean to me. I'm gonna stand on that. And it's crazy because the same people that were mean to me were the ones being bullied when they first started, which is so weird to me.
What exactly did they do though? Because I think is it one thing in terms of how they presented themselves, or is it?
Girl, they tried to band together to not film with me.
Oh,
They were trying to get, they were,
together.
girl.
Not one band,
Reality
one
TV is
sound.
crazy.
What?
Yeah, they were trying to band together not to film with me, and like that's how you get fired off the show. If the girls refuse to film with you, you'll be done. But like with my experience with reality TV, I knew better. It's like, okay, y'all can band not to film with me, but I know how this works. So I kept doing stuff to make people talk about it, and it's like, okay, if she did this in this scene, we're gonna have to talk about it in the next scene. Well, that means I get the next episode. So I figured I know the game, so I'm not stupid. But if I was like slower and didn't understand what I was doing, like I would have probably been off the show.
Well, Jennifer, I want to switch gears a little bit. Congratulations on your new engagement.
Thank
It's
you.
goals.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
I know we've all heard your story too about, previous relationships and the BS when it comes to that. And there's been also speculation about Kristen himself. So how do you know that you're not in a situation where you're going to be, in a sense, scammed again?
Well, I can 1,000% say that I'm definitely not going to be scammed. Christian and I, we have a different kind of relationship. We really are best friends. He's here with me today, supporting me, and he just is a genuine person. And I know there's all this speculation about age, but he's actually way mature than anybody that I've ever dated. And I'm at the point in my life where I have really asked God for discernment. And when you know, we bond, it's almost like not real how good it is.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And I love that you switched it up with the dating. Like, you didn't go traditional basketball player this time. Do y'all feel like there's a certain number of ballers one can have before you get labeled? Or can date?
Mehgan, the Mehgan question.
I feel like you get labeled at the first one, and if you don't marry the first one, you're gonna get labeled at the last one. I mean, at the end of the day, like, we're all grown and we date around. Like, I don't look at athletes as athletes. Like, you're a human who plays basketball. You're a human who plays football. And like, I mean, I've worked my entire life. I've had jobs since I was like 14, so it's never been about the money for me. Like, I'm very educated. I went to college. I have 2 degrees. Like, I really don't need a man for anything but to be a man, you know?
Right.
Yeah. So it's like, you're gonna get labeled either way it goes. So I'm saying, like, if you love a basketball player, be with one. If you love a regular guy, be with one. 'Cause, I mean, I have a regular boyfriend too, so like, he has a regular 9-to-5 typical job, so.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Now, I did want to speak about friendship, because a lot of y'all do form friendships on the show. And being an OG viewer of Basketball Wives, I have always been rooting for you and Evelyn. And I see you guys already in the first couple episodes, dancing around the friendship a little bit. And I want to know, do you think that you guys will ever rekindle? And if so, what will that take?
Well, here's the thing. Evelyn and I, we have been friends for, God, I'm about to date myself, but over 20 years. And it's like, you guys see what the TV shows, right? But we've had conversations behind the scenes. We have definitely had our share of ups and downs, but we're in a good space. Will we ever be best friends again? I don't know, because so much has happened. But I will say, Evelyn is family to me. She's always gonna be that, so I'm always gonna have a special place for her in my heart. And I think as the season goes on, that the viewers will be excited about where it goes.
I'm excited. That made me so. I've been watching since day one. So I'm rooting for y'all, both of y'all actually. And congratulations on your engagement. Thank y'all
you.
so much for stopping by the BGS house. Now, ladies, make sure y'all check out Basketball Wives. It airs every single Monday on VH1.